Okay, so remember that we looked it up again to see what volume it is and the issue, and we went to volume 25. So it was 2015, volume 25, issue number 4, right? And so we're going to go to that issue, open that issue up, all right? And we're going to scroll down, look for the article. Right, we know it's towards the end because it was in that issue. It was towards the end of that particular volume, um, that particular issue, because of the page numbers, right, that we saw. All right, so, okay. That was it's a special issue, so a lot of articles that were published on that topic, right? So here it is. That's the article that we wanted. The research, the practice, integration in real life settings, issues, and suggestions, right? These little icons here tell us that we have a PDF, that it isn't a PDF. This icon here tells us that it's unlocked, meaning that we have full access to the article, right? If we didn't have subscription, in most cases, this would be locked and it would be red, and we'd have limited access. Typically, limited access meaning that we would only be able to see the abstract. Sometimes they'll give you a little preview where you can see the first couple of pages of the article. But typically, when it's locked, the only thing you can see is the abstract, right? And locked meaning that we don't have a subscription to it. But we have a subscription to this, and so it's unlocked. We have full access. We could download the PDF. So we click on this, and there it is, the article. And then we can save it to our desktop. We could print it out. We have full access to the article. Okay. Let's do it again. Let's look up another one, right? So let's go back and look up the other article. This time, this article is published in Clinical Social Work Journal. So let's go back and find that particular journal. I'm going to copy that so I don't have to type it in, right? And I'm going to go back to the Fordham page, start over again, right? So I went to resources, library. I bookmarked it, but I didn't, right? Type in the title of the journal. Well, paste in the title of the journal this time, right? Oh boy, a whole bunch of them popped up because that title is a title that there are a bunch of them, right? But what we're interested in is the electronic source, right? What this just tells us is that we also have some physical copies, and if I wanted to go to the stacks and look it up, it's at the Rose Hill Library, but we don't want to do that, right? We want the electronic source, right? We've also got it on microfiche. This is an older journal that the university had subscription for a while, way back when we didn't have electronic, but it was on microfiche. We're not doing microfiche either because we know that we don't need a copy of the article that was that far back, right? So we're going to go to the electronic source, right? We're going to go to where the URL online access. Okay, now we get to something that we've seen before, and you can see we've had access to this journal through a number of sources, right? And each of the sources have a little bit different. So the two main sources is the social index, right? Or EBSCOhost. full text access, but only from 77 to 1 year ago. So sometimes articles, journals embargo articles. So that means that they don't make them available electronically for, and typically it's a year until after they're published. So there is an embargo in this particular journal where articles are, the article that, for example, if an article was published in August of 2018, it wouldn't be available electronically to the university immediately for a year. That doesn't mean you can't get the article. You could do an interlibrary loan if we don't have electronic access, and if the article, for example, is one that you can't access because maybe you're one of our online students, or it's on the Rose Hill campus and you're on Lincoln Center and you don't want to go to Rose Hill, you can do an interlibrary loan and the librarian will photocopy the article, will scan the article into a PDF and send you a PDF copy of it. Or if we happen to not have a subscription at all that goes back before, for example, 1977, happen to be an article published in 1976, and we didn't subscribe to the journal at all until 1977. So we don't have electronic version, but we also don't have any a paper version, the actual physical journal. Then again, you could do an interlibrary loan. The library will locate a library that does have a copy of it and obtain that copy and get it in a PDF sent to you. Okay. But in this case, again, it's a 2015. We know we have subscription that covers 2015. We know it's not going to be embargoed because that's more than a year. So we can go to either the EBSCOhost, or we could go to ProQuest Essentials and locate it because we have access through those two, right? Or we could go to Springer Online Journal Completes, where the article is not being embargoed, right? So if it was a 2018 article, we would want to go here to find it because there we know there isn't a 1 year embargo. But in this case, 2015, any one of these sources will give us access. So we're just going to pick the first one. All right. Again, it's taking us to the actual journal. All right. And you see all this information about the journal, right? Who's the publisher, right? A brief description, right? The frequency of it's published. Yes, it's peer reviewed. So we're learning a lot about the journal. All right, but let's find the article. 2015. Oh, let me go back and see. What was the volume and issue number? 43 and 3. 43 and 3. Okay. And okay, what was the title again? The title was Evidence-Based Practice in Social Work, a Contemporary Perspective. So evidence-based practice in social work, a contemporary perspective. There it is. Here we go. All right. There's the full PDF. And we have it. We can download it. We can print it. We've got it. Okay. Hope this was helpful in giving you just a quick how to locate articles. All of the articles, again, are accessible through the library system that I've assigned for the class. And you shouldn't have any difficulty if you just keep track of all the citation information, being able to locate any of the articles.